2 Amiibo.
Yeah.
We trained 2 Amiibers. One was already level like 40, but one was level 0 because we accidentally trained him to be a coward the first time. And I'm like, yo, we gotta make this boy aggressive. So, the amount of times that I hit him with hard base Ganon, oof.
Hard base. Right, I remember hard base Ganon. Yeah.
Yeah, guess what I found out?
What?
I found something even more powerful.
Oh.
Go-Go's Funny Travels Ganon.
Travels Ganon?
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Ganon.
Oh, Ganon.
Stand Ganon.
Or Ganon Dior.
Oh my god, Ganon Dior.
I actually have an image of that I sent to one of my friends who watches a whole lot of JoJo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let me send the image to you really quickly. It should be. Wait, is anyone else gonna join or no?
I think so. It's currently 28, so I don't think they're gonna join right now, but they're gonna join probably in 2 minutes. Let's see. You gonna send me that image?
Yeah, give me just a second. It should be somewhere around here. Wait.
Images.
Okay, I'm trying to do a night around.
Neat arena. Oh yeah, I forgot.
Wait, I found it.
So you're gonna send this via DM or via the server?
Via Discord. Give me a second. Hold on. It's right here. Here's the black.
Take it fine. Oh my god, it's Ganon Dior.
Ganon Dior. I literally see Ganon Dior.
Yes, it's Ganon Dior.
I must show my brother Ganon Dior.
Yo, is this... Yo, I think that right there... Is this Matthew?
Yeah.
Yo, howdy doody, gamer. Howdy doody, gamer. By the way, you might want to go to the DM images chat so that when we get to enemies and NPCs and entities and all that, you can see what they look like. Because I spent basically this entire morning working on stuff, and I'm like, yo. But I'm like, Also, by the way, this glorious friend of mine decided to be the most glorious friend and give me an Arcanine and a Growlithe, because I had an Arcanine already, and I'm like, yo, Growlithe, what?
Yo, I made some lavender sound today, and I went inside Pokemon Tower, and one of the NPCs said, my poor Growlithe, why did you die so early?
Also, is this Nick?
I'm in here.
Also,
yes.
Is that an Andrew?
That's Nick.
No. What'd you say?
Is there an Andrew?
I can't hear you, just come downstairs.
No, Andrew is Mega Gallade.
Wait, so I got it on the Discord, and then I
Oh, nice. By the way, what a nerd, he evolves it into a Venusaur.
What now?
Venusaur's just slightly chubbier, fatter, slower Ivysaur.
Sounds about right.
I'm like, I can beat the Elite Four with a single Rattata. I can totally beat the Elite Four with my Ivysaur in my team.
Yeah.
Yes, I have committed Youngster Joey Challenge. Do you know how?
Wait, how?
So my Elite Four moveset for beating the Elite Four of Pokemon Red was, it was Dig, Hyper Fang, Thunderbolt, and Ice Beam.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope you guys are excited because it's 7:32. Anyone else who wants to join now. Because we're starting.
Wait, I would like to suggest an image, or I would like to suggest an enemy.
You could do that, but
If I have it, it's. Oh wait, I remember where it is.
Put it in the general chat because the DM images is only sendable by, me.
Okay. Alright. The deal has been done.
Oh boy, what do we got?
Okay, wait, hold on. Okay, so you want me to put it in general?
Yeah, just put it in general because DM images is currently only available to me because,
Oh.
So let's see what you got.
Here's my only suggestion.
I like it, but it probably won't be an enemy, or at least an early enemy. It's probably too powerful for early enemy powers. So, By the way, Kyle, you're currently on mute.
There we go.
Oh, yeah. On mute. Hi. Oh.
Oh, hello.
No, I'm trying to talk to Kyle since he's currently on mute and deafened. Can you hear us, Kyle?
Hello?
I do not know.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Who's Kyle?
Kyle is Bob8677.
No, he doesn't look muted right now.
Yeah, I know. I don't know whether his mic works, but it should work, hopefully. That's how mics should work. Okay, so I'm just gonna start it, and if anyone joins in, we'll join in. So, you wake up in a tavern. There is a trapdoor underneath a table, and there's a hole in the ceiling. What do you do? We're starting from top to bottom, so we're starting with Nick, and then it goes John, and then it goes. Okay, you wake up in a tavern. There is a trapdoor underneath the table. Don't read it. And a hole in the roof. What do you do?
I would say, try and climb up to the hole in the roof and get out.
Okay, pick a number between 1 and 7.
6.
The number was 2. You bump your head on the roof.
Ouch.
Okay, next it is John's turn. What do you do? What do you want to do?
I want to fall down the trapdoor.
Okay, John falls down the trapdoor. You fall onto a hard surface, seeing cave paintings of crabs eating houses and falling from space. There's a dark corridor and a ladder back up to the tavern. Let me see. Down the corridor, you hear a loud roaring sound as if a large creature slumbers beneath. Do you want to try to find a flashlight? What do you want to do? Also, by the way, for the cave paintings, I actually do have what the cave painting looks like, so, here you go. Check your chat, mister.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay.
Okay, so what do you want? Do you want to try getting a flashlight? Do you want to try going down the corridor? Do you want to try going back up the ladder? What do you want to do?
I want to try finding a light of sorts.
Okay, you succeed in finding a flashlight. You shine the light down the tunnel. A blue light suddenly emits from the tunnel. A large, ominous crash can be heard coming from it. Bang is suddenly heard as the purple-colored barrier flickers as the beast is a few feet from you. The player, you need a magic barrier breaker to get to the beast.
Can we do barriers again?
No, but but I assume you want to go back up the ladder, and that'll end your turn.
Yes.
Okay, now it is Andrew's turn. So what do you want to do? Okay, so there's a trapdoor, which John already checked out. There's a hole in the roof, and I forgot to mention there's a bear with a blue bandana on his head, which I will put in the chat right now. This is the bear in the tavern.
Wait, is it a crypt?
No, it's a bear in a tavern. You'll.
Okay. Wait, the image hasn't loaded yet.
It'll load. Trust me, it'll load. John already approves the image, but there's a bear you could talk to. There's a hole in the roof. The trapdoor. We already know what's down there.
I talked to the bear.
Okay, you talk to the bear. The bear begins growling, hits his throat twice, says, "Sorry, something was in my throat. There was a loud noise last night, and the town is overrun by space crabs. The townsfolk, including me, would appreciate your help with this newfound problem. If you want to accept this quest, help us with the crabs." So what do you want to do? Okay, so you travel slightly outside, and you find yourself face to face with 4 of these. 4 of these.
Oh, 4 space crabs.
Yeah, you find yourself face to face with 4 space crabs.
They're using Twilight Guy.
And next, it is Colton's turn. You're in the tavern. We already checked the downstairs, the trapdoor area. There's a hole in the roof. The bear's already been talked to. What do you want to do?
Is it okay if I go down the trap door and try and yell through the barrier?
Okay, you go down the trapdoor. Choose a number between 1 and 50.
47.
The number was 10. You begin to BLJ, but you bump into the wall. It literally wall clips you onto the roof of the tavern. Do you want to do anything else?
Can I try BLJing again?
You're currently not in the trapdoor area, but you try BLJing through the chimney. You succeed, but you're now just in the chimney.
Who made this story? You?
Yes, I mean, he's the one doing the BLJs, but yeah, now it's Matthew's turn.
Okay, what are my options?
You could talk to the bear, but that's already been done. You can go down the trapdoor, but that's already also been done. You could also help your brother fight the space crabs. Do you want to try finding a weapon? Do you want to try doing a thing? Try something.
I guess I'll fight the space crabs.
How are you gonna do it? You currently only have hands. Try finding a weapon, maybe. I don't know.
How strong am I? Can I just rip them in half? Wobbling.
Okay, so you check your pockets. You find a $20 bill, which you hand to the tavern owner, and he hands you a stone beer mug to hit the crabs on the head. Do you want to attack a crab?
Hit it on the head, that's how we do that plan.
Okay, so you hit the crab with the beer mug. Beer is spilling infinitely out of it because for some reason it's enchanted with infinite beer. Oh wait, no, this is not camp appropriate. Syrup. It has infinite syrup in it that keeps pouring out of it. And you hit the crab on the head like 3 times, and then it just keels over, dies, goes into a puff of smoke, and despawns like that weird NPC enemy. Okay, now it is Nick's turn again.
Okay, so this time I'm just gonna go through the trapdoor.
Oh boy, what you gonna do in the trapdoor area with that magic barrier?
Magic barrier? Oh.
You could just go help fight crabs, but whatever. What do you want to do?
So about the magic barrier.
Are you gonna try unlocking Final Space?
No, that's another universe.
Well, whatever you want to do might work.
I'm gonna grab a shovel and dig beneath the barrier.
The barrier extends infinitely downwards and also has a ceiling to it and a floor to it.
Wait, use haste. Use haste.
He's not a Pokemon. He is not a Golbat.
It's true. I'm gonna dig a tunnel all the way to China. And then dig back.
Okay, so, pick a number between 1 and 3.
2.
Okay, you dug a hole to China, dug your way back, nearly dodging a mole creature that tried to eat your face. But you made it out, and you succeeded in getting back to the trapdoor area. Do you want to do anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay, John, your turn again.
I'm gonna try and do the hole in the ceiling.
Okay, choose a number between 1 and 5.
4.
You made it. You succeeded in jumping onto the ceiling. One of the bricks has a smiley face and it congratulates you like, "Hey, you did it! Here's a single penny." And then you can.
Wait, hold on. Is it heads up?
Yes.
Oh, thank goodness.
Also, you can try fighting the crabs. I mean, the penny seems to have some sort of magnetic ability with your hand, so you can just throw it and it comes back to you. Just throw it. It's like Thor's hammer, but it's just a penny.
Thor's shield, alright?
Okay, I'm gonna go try fight. First, I'm gonna dig in my pocket, see if I can find anything.
Okay, so you find a Banjo-Kazooie amiibo from the future. You find a single 20-year-old French fry. You find a Pokeball containing Lawyer Eevee, and you find a singular piece of cloth that is on fire but not burning your pants because magic. What do you want to do?
Yes, tell him not to confuse Wade.
Oh, this makes complete sense.
My spread has been turned off on the server.
Okay, what do you want to do, John?
I'm gonna throw the cloth on one of the crabs.
Okay, the cloth. Okay, I'll pick a number between 1 and 4.
2.
Okay, you were close enough to it. It was 1. It works out. Okay, so you throw the cloth. It hits the crab on the eye. It begins to writhe in agony, like, I'm a crab. It clips its hands a lot. I also almost forgot to omit the music for this battle, so I actually have to do that real quick. I know exactly what the music I need for this.
Wow.
You know the music. You know I'm a lazy. No, not for this one. That might be later. But, it might be for a later battle. You'll figure that out. But okay, so the crabs decide to, the crab does the thing that is, oh boy, I'm writhing in agony. Oh boy, the cloth suddenly reappears in your hand as the cloth, destroys the crabs from the inside out. That one specifically. So there's 2 crabs that are dead, 2 that are still alive. And I believe it's currently Andrew's turn.
Yeah.
Okay, you succeed in finding a weapon in your pocket, but it was also stabbing you in the leg. It was a 2-bladed dagger. You also find a small 3D printed model of Big Yoshi, as well as a singular can of Coke. Okay, you stab one of the crabs with the knife. You try to stab it with the knife, but the thing is, since it's a space crab, the knife just doesn't affect it, because apparently space is immune to metal.
Wait.
So, okay, so I believe now that's Colton's turn.
Okay. I will try to jump out of the chimney.
You jump out of the chimney. You want to do anything else?
I sift through my pockets trying to find a weapon.
Okay, you find the D6 from Binding of Isaac. You find a gif of Yoshi doing a flip. You find one of Sonic's shoes, and you find the axe that Villager uses in Smash Bros.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Right, I will D6
Uh,
You make him re-roll his life.
No, he knows what he is.
I will. Wait. So there was GIF of Yoshi, an axe, and a Sonic shoe.
Yes.
Something else?
There was the Binding of Isaac D6. Yeah.
Yeah. I will D6 the Sonic shoe.
You're just gonna re-roll it.
Yeah, I'll re-roll the Sonic shoe.
Okay, so you find a GameCube controller with an image of a crab on it because it's the one that Hungrybox used when he got hit with a crab. Also, it has a spot on it specifically on the movement stick because of how many times it's been used for wave dashing.
Okay, I'll use the game controller and try to wobble the crab.
Okay, choose a number between 1 and 10.
7.
The number was 9, you got close enough. So,
Can I read mine? I got 7 in my mind, but you picked 7.
oh my god, that was amazing. But, basically, what happens is, you succeed in beginning to wobble a crab as the ghost of Nana from Smash Bros. Begins to grab, smash attack, grab, jab, grab, jab, grab, jab. And suddenly the crab cries out, "Why am I at 999%? This is Smash, I should die at this point." And thus he dies.
Wait, are you just making this up as you go?
That's how Dungeon Master works. Matthew, go. There's one crab left.
I pour my infinite syrup on the crab to encase it in a stone of syrup.
Okay, you don't encase it in a stone of syrup, but it just suddenly turns into a pancake, and a small badger hops from a hole in the ground and eats it, and then dives back down. It was a purple badger that yells, "Yo, I'm top percentage," and dives back in the ground. That's the end of your turn. You succeeded in defeating the crabs. Yay! Okay, so you beat the crabs. Suddenly you see next to the tavern was a trash can. 6 raccoons jump out of the trash can. 6
raccoons.
Yes, 6 raccoons jump out of the trash can, and you can notice something very, very peculiar occurring. So, the badger that ate the pancake crab decides to show up again. Turns out it's just a purple rat with the words "top percentage" written in Sharpie on its fur. And a small boy decides to go, "Rattata, use tackle." What do? Do you join in the fight with the raccoon rangers?
Start really playing real fast.
Yeah, join in on the raccoon ranger fight, or what do you want to do? Nick, it's your turn, by the way.
Oh, me?
Yeah, do you want to fight the purple rat with the Power Ranger raccoons?
I guess I'll fight.
Okay, so you punch the rat dies. The raccoons celebrate by doing their Mighty Morphin Power Rangers thing, and then just diving back into the trash can. So, and then the trash can explodes behind them. And okay, so you see a sign that says, "Set the table if you are worthy. Gather the fork, knife, spoon, and napkins of destiny to gain my attention." Signed, Drundlebuff the Lizard God. And to your west, you see a tall tower. The east has a fog that is hiding something behind it, and the north seems like a barren wasteland. What do you want to do?
Please repeat that last part.
Okay, to the west is a tall tower. To the east, there's something hidden behind some fog, and to the north, there seems to be a barren wasteland. Also, there's a sign that's like, "Yo, set the table with the fork, knife, spoon, and napkins," and it's signed by a lizard god. So, what do you want to do?
To the fog.
Okay, you go to the fog. Behind the fog is a foresty area teeming with life, and a treehouse is visible in the distance. There's a crater glowing with purple energy next to a small river flowing from what seems to be the clouds. What do you want to do?
Shove the shovel I used to dig into the crater.
You do not succeed in digging into the crater, as the purple seems to be much stronger than the small wooden shovel that you dug to China with. Somehow isn't broken, by the way. But the thing about the crater is you hear a small roar as the crater begins to rumble, and you bounce back out of the crater. It is currently John's turn. What do you want to do? You might want to join Nick in on this one. You might need your help or something. I don't know.
Wait, it's John's turn, right?
Yes. Yeah, I know.
But it's not like a magical cloth can somehow dig a hole.
You don't need a hole. There's just something in the crater and something in the treehouse and something in the clouds. What do you need to do, my dude? Or do you want to go to the west where there's the giant tall tower? Or do you want to go to the north where there's that one barren wasteland or whatever? Or do you want to help Nick?
You know what? I'm taking my lawyer maybe out of its phone and we're going to the tower, right?
Okay, you're going to the tower. Give me a sec to scroll to that area. I need to grab very specific music for this. There it is.
You're welcome.
As you approach the tower... Okay, give me a sec. The tower to the west begins glowing bright blues, greens, and reds. As you approach, and a loud explosion hurls the roof of the tower into the air, strikes a dragon into the chest before landing on the walls of back on the walls of the tower. As you traverse the tower, a young man's voice is heard. He is reading from a book, and a light shines from its pages. He hears your footsteps and turns around, saying, "Summer reading, am I right?" Hi, the name's Stan. I'm a potato. He turns around, his trusty plant seeds in hand. He grabs one and places it against the wall and suddenly bursts out a tree branch. He says, "What do you need? What do you want to do?"
I'm gonna ask him what this tower is.
Yo, this is my wizarding tower. This is where I study to get that knife from that dungeon. If you could help me with that, that could be very great.
I'm not helping with that.
Okay, so, you'll get there next turn. Okay, so, now it is Andrew's turn. What do you want to do? Okay, you want to go to that treehouse and help Nick out with that? So you go to the treehouse, right?
Thank you.
Okay, so, okay. In the treehouse, you find a barren fridge. What do you want to do with it? Okay, you open the fridge. When it's opened, a ghost appears behind you, saying, "Yo, those are my cashews. Take this instead." He gives you gauntlets and boots that let you touch and hold water as if it were a solid object. Which means that now you can walk on that river and climb up that river pole. There's all. Yeah, pretty much. Except it's not slippery. He can just grab it.
Yeah.
Also, Nick, since you're currently in that area, you also get that. Because the ghost is like, the ghost is like, hey, there's another guy out there. I don't want him stealing my cashews. I'll just throw these at him. You get bonked in the face. Colton, what do you want to do?
What's to the south?
Okay. The south is a maze-like area, which you're gonna need a map for. But what do you want to try doing?
I'll run for the maze.
Oh boy. I mean, this would be much easier after going to the north, but okay. You try going through the maze. Guess a number between 1 and 30. No, the south. Wait, what did you say?
27.
The number was 1. You bonk into the entrance wall of the maze. Do you want to do anything else?
I'll head to the north.
Okay, so you head to the north. Okay. The north. When you approach it, sprouts up with lively, small rock golems and one large one. Let me see. Neutral enemies. Neutral entities. Here we go. So I've got the small ones and the large ones. Here you go. I'm putting these in chat. The small golem is my favorite. They're adorable. But the big golem is the guy with the moss on him. But okay, so we've got small rock golems and one large one. There's also a small rock dome surrounded by thunder and electric storms. What do you want to do?
I'll try interacting with the small rock golem.
The small rock golem says in a very excited voice, "Yo, I'm very excited to see that tournament that's showing up at that dome. You're gonna join in, right?" And what do you do?
I'll head toward the rock dome.
Okay, as you enter the dome, you see a gladiator-like arena run by small boats with legs and arms, and they ask if you're here to join the tournament for the Spoon of Legend, one of the 4 items you're going to need to set the table and spawn the Drendlebup Lord Lizard God thing. So you'll be able. So what do you do?
I will join on the tournament.
Okay, that'll start next turn. It is currently Matthew's turn.
Can I join the tournament?
Yes, you go to the north, and you also join Colton in on that tournament. So you guys are teaming in this tournament. Okay, so
So therefore, John is lonely.
Yay. Hey, I'm going my own way.
Hey, he's not lonely. He's got a potato friend named Sten.
No, wasn't it?
What?
No, you also have your Eevee. Yes.
Oh, so I have Potato and Eevee.
Yeah, he's not lonely. He's got Potato and Eevee. Also, I forgot to mention the music for the glorious thing that is the electric arena. But yeah, we'll get there when it's the next person's turn. But currently it's Nick's turn, and he's in that foresty area. Currently, just got bounced out of a crate and got thrown gauntlets and boots into his face. So, do you want to climb up that water, or like what?
I'll climb up the water.
Okay. So, you climb up the water, finding a small hut on the clouds. Inside, a shark-headed green bear with tentacles inside is a shark-headed green bear with tentacles, a chest labeled "Yo, this a fork," and a small cardboard box. You have found one of the legendary lizard gods. This one being Kargorian, and he's like, "Yo, the key to the chest was stolen by a T-Rex who terrorizes the forest below. He's in that crater over there. My name's Kargorian." And I put Kargorian in chat. I really like this image. It took a little while to make. But, yeah. What do you want to do? Do you want to go back to that crater and activate that T-Rex to fight it?
Yes.
Okay. So, you're getting ready to fight the T-Rex. That'll happen next turn. John, you've made it to that dungeon. Yeah, you made it to that dungeon. Okay, so, let me see. You see, I can't enter the dungeon as it's guarded by a fire truck. Okay, so, yeah, this fire truck specifically. As you approach the truck, it suddenly spins in a 360, aiming at the hero. The truck honks its horn, producing a very specific sound effect.
Hiya!
And the potato says, "Yo, the truck's immune to my plant-based magic, so I might need your help to get through the dungeon. But the dungeon does contain the knife you seek. So, what do you want to do, John? Do you want to attack that thing? You can't attack it with the cloth because the cloth is a fire-based object.
I'm aware.
And I know you don't want a Vaporeon. Because you got an Eevee, who's a lawyer, and you could probably do something. But do what you want.
Let's see. I'm gonna run around it.
Choose a number between 1 and 5.
5.
The number was 1.
I was thinking that too. Dang it.
Okay, so the truck goes beep beep and says, "Hiya!" and also just charges right at you, bumping you, setting you on fire for like a millisecond. And then you're backed away, launched back into the Potato Man. Do you want to try again, or like what?
Yeah, I'm gonna try again.
You're gonna try going around it? What are you gonna try doing?
I'm gonna try going around it again.
Okay, so the truck is aware of your going around skills, so choose a number between 1 and 9.
4.
The number was 7. Which means that the truck goes "Hiya!" and blocks the entrance.
Oh, that's only blocking the entrance.
Last multi-shine.
Yeah, laughs and multi-shine, blip, 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 blip.
The next hour.
Okay, so currently, now it's Andrew's turn. I believe you are with Nick. Do you want to go investigate that crater? Okay, so you investigate the crater, and you hear a very specific music for this. This means that you are currently fighting against a skeletal T-Rex, which I don't really need an image for. You guys can just imagine it. It's a T-Rex. How hard can it be? But oh yeah, I almost forgot. Here's the image of the ghost. I'm sending in the image of the ghost because it's the image of the ghost.
Yeah, we know.
But yeah. What do you want to do against the T-Rex? What do you do? He doesn't have an eye. What do you want to do? I mean, like, you could try putting your syrup to boiling point and trying to melt his bones, but that's kind of dark. Yeah, you do. Do you want to try heating it up or in some way, or like what? Oh yeah, Matthew has the syrup. What do you want to do with your one French fry and you're like? I mean, I believe you might. I believe next to the T-Rex is like a night shield with the words "Deus Vult, we will take Jerusalem," and a small engraving that's like T-Rex proof shield. So, what do you want to do? The T-Rex suddenly pops out of space because it's T-Rex proof shield, and suddenly the T-Rex disappears and dies. Okay, so, now I believe it... I mean, no, not everything. You just decided to do the smart thing. Colton, it's your turn.
Alright, so, tournament.
Yeah, tournament. Give me a sec to get back to the, yeah, there it is, okay. So, okay, so... You enter the arena. The arena lights up with the cheers of the boats in the stands watching as you enter. A bicycle pedals itself in as a ghost phases into view. The ghost says, "Yo, it's me, Billy. I hear there's a challenger who think they can beat me." The boats roar with excitement and the judge counts down from 3. As the judge says, "Go!" Billy begins to pedal forward and flames burn behind his bike. As he closes in on you, he trips on a rock, launching him out of the arena. The crowd cheers and a boat falls from the ceiling. The boat's engine roars. His arm lifts in the air. From behind the gate containing the rest of the fighters, a yo-yo is tossed to the boat and the boat's headlights grow red. What do you want to do? Yes, Billy the Ghost died from getting launched off his bike, but whatever.
So am I facing another challenger?
Yes, you're facing a boat with a yo-yo.
Alright. I try and perform the freeze glitch.
What's that one?
The freeze glitch for Melee.
Oh. Okay, as the boat is trying to yo-yo, I'm gonna have you guess a number between 1 and 70.
69.
Real close, but it was 2.
Nice.
I mean, it's reverse 69. It's 2.
Not wrong.
But basically, suddenly the boat swings its yo-yo and hits you in the face, backing the yo-yo up and puts the yo-yo over one of the rafters and swings from it like Spider-Man, but with a yo-yo. What do you want to do?
Oh, man. It could have been really useful for John to be there because he has a lawyer Eevee and this type of arena is probably illegal, but like at this point he's already at a dungeon. Yeah, we're already in a dungeon. We could have just traded places.
I try and use magic first.
No, I can just quickly run over.
You already used some of your MP to do some wobbling and trying the freeze glitch, because even if you miss something as the hero, you do stuff, but you reduce your MP back down to 0. But the thing is, the boat ain't near you, it's swinging from the ceiling. So, yeah, Magic Burst just reduces your MP to 0, and I believe it's Matthew's turn now.
Okay, so what do I do?
You're also currently helping Colton fight the boat.
Okay, can I pancake the boat?
Never thought I'd hear that word, but you choose a number between 1 and 15.
Okay, 13.
It was 3. So the boat does not get pancakeified and just gets angry as you try pouring syrup at the ceiling. But, do you want to do anything else, or, like...
Should I just keep pouring syrup?
I don't think that can work, since he's literally on the ceiling, but, he suddenly jumps down from the ceiling, crashing into the ground. A crater forms underneath his giant boat body, as he's like, "Howdy doody, gamers," punches Colton in the face. And, what do you do, Matthew?
Drink some syrup.
Your arm spawns a waffle on its hand. You chuck it at the boat. The boat eats it, slightly comes down, its eyes stop glowing red and start glowing blue, because now it's like Papyrus's blue attack. So it just gravitates to the wall, crashing into the crowd stands, flying tons of boat people out of the crowd, and he gets back up and starts charging at you. You'll figure out what happens next turn. Yo, is this Nick's turn? Yeah, it is.
Oh boy.
you can return back up to Kargorian and return the key from the dead T-Rex.
Oh, I'm definitely returning the key.
Okay, so after you fight the T-Rex, you go back to the hut. Kargorian is laying on a couch. He says, "Just unlock the chest. I need a break." You unlock the chest. You get the fork from it, and you go back, put it on the table. Do you want to help the others with anything, or like, what do you want to do?
I'd like some help.
I'll help with the dog.
The what?
The volleyball, the boats and such.
Oh, you're just helping the other two people out there and leaving John be.
No, it's okay. I got it all under control.
Yeah, I think he's got it all under control anyways, but yeah, you'll get there next turn. John, it's your turn.
Okay, so...
Do you want to just try attacking the truck since it's blocking the way?
It's okay. It's okay.
Wait, do you want to sue the truck with your EV?
Precisely.
Oh my god.
He sues him for $1 million.
The truck just gives you $1 million because it got a small loan of $1 million like Donald Trump, our president. What do you want to do?
Alright. I said I'll give him $10,000 to get out of the way and leave us be.
He doesn't accept your money because he's a rich asshole. So what do you want to do?
Andrew?
Yeah?
Come here, please.
Give me a sec, coming.
You know how you have those extra cords? You stuck it in and you plug a whole bunch of things in? I need one of those. Right.
Holy shit, it's so true. Very unpopular. Blaine's like what dinner they had before or after this or during this. Kill me. You know what I'm doing?
Okay, so where were we?
I am representing all the blocks and like people getting hit with like this limp tiger plush thing.
Also, by the way, John, what do you want to do against the truck?
My lawyer Amy comes out and proves the point that the truck is on fire. It should have died or blown up by now.
The truck suddenly explodes, and after Evie yells, "Objection!" The truck explodes. Sten the Potato's like, "Yo, I should have tried that." and then the truck it stops existing. Do you want to enter the dungeon?
I'd like to, yes.
Okay. So you enter the dungeon. Enter the dungeon. Okay, you enter the dungeon, and okay, let me see. Yeah, you enter the dungeon, and you see a bunch of small, big enemies, all that stuff, and you come across a door. What do you want to do with it?
I'll break it down.
Okay, so as you break down the door, you come across a very specific creature known as Skargoblarf. He's one of the other lizard gods. You hear a deep, grovelly voice
I should have done that.
say, visitors, I haven't seen any in eons. Come in, have a seat. The giant flaming beast of a creature. The draconic entity yells toward the gate. Yo, who's ready for some volleyball? Heckin Skargoblarf is a dragon who runs hell and does a volleyball tournament every week. This week has a very special prize, being the spoon, the knife that he seeks. So what do you want to do, Mr. John?
I'd like to compete for said knife.
Okay, so, the ball, you begin fighting in the volleyball tournament. You'll find out what happens next turn. Okay, so now it is Andrew's turn. You could help John out. You could help him out. He's the only one who doesn't have someone with them. The other one has 3. I mean, yeah, but they're not people. They're Eevee. They're animal that is better than person, and the potato, which is better person. So what do you want to do? You want to go help John? Okay. So you go and help John with the volleyball tournament. This also means that it's that he can understand what happens at the end of the volleyball tournament. Sten gets hit in the face by a burning volleyball, dies from the impact. Yeah, Sten the potato dies from the impact of a burning fireball. The potato sits on the ground baking in the sunlight. Yeah, but it's an NPC. And he's a potato. But the potato, all of his seeds spill on the ground, and all the trees grow up. Very big and strong trees grow up. And it becomes the grave for Sten, the baking potato, right now, because he's, been hit by a flaming ball of volleyball fire. But luckily, you and John together succeed in winning the tournament, and you get the knife, and you go back, set the table, and you say your farewells to the corpse of Sten, being like, show me your moves. And now, I assume you guys might want to go to the arena.
Yeah, we want to do that.
Okay, so everyone's at the arena helping fight the yo-yo boat. And currently it is Nick's turn.
Oh, okay.
So what do you want to do?
Crap. Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Which one was the last one?
What? Which means...
Wait, so was it my turn?
No, it was Matthew's. Because Matthew did... Oh yeah, it was your turn, I forgot. Okay, yeah, it is your turn. Sorry, I'm confused. Andrew and Matthew, very confusing people. Yeah, it's your turn, Colton. What do you want to do to fight the yo-yo boat?
Give me just a minute. I'm gonna actually have my... I'll be back in less than a minute.
Okay, so I'm just gonna be like, yo, Matthew, take your turn. Colton will go next.
Yeah.
Yes, the boat is charging at you. And remember now, John with his lawyer Eevee and Matthew and Andrew are with his trusty syrup thing are all in the arena with you. No, you're the one with the syrup thing. Andrew's in the thing with his dagger.
And I'm with my shovel.
Yes, you have your shovel.
Okay. Alright, I'm back.
Okay, so Colton, what do you want to do?
What do I want to do? Okay, I try sifting through my pockets to find a different weapon.
Okay, so you find the glory that is 15 grenades that just seem to be like basically Lucas PK Freeze. You just throw it and it eventually freezes things. So what do you want to do? You
throw the grenade at the boat.
Okay, number 15. Burger King Freeze. Burger King Freeze grenade. The last thing you want on your yo-yo boat is someone else's frozen grenade, but that might be what you get.
Yeah, that might be what you get.
So the grenade lands inside the boat's compartments, freezing its innards. Compartments, yes. Freezing its innards, and Sonic the Hedgehog is like, that's no good, and then the boat dies from being frozen for too long. So you beat the boat, and suddenly... okay, give me a sec. Okay. After the battle with the boat, the spoon, a large yellow salamander creature that seems way too fast, way past cool and all that stuff, is holding the spoon of destiny, and the crowd starts, the crowd starts standing up, shouting, you know, all that stuff. But and the lizard is like, yo, great fighting, you earned this, but only after fighting me. The name's Yggdrasil. I'd like to formally challenge you to a fight. So what do you want to do? Do you challenge this electric lizard to a fight?
I will challenge this electric lizard to a fight. Yeah.
So what do you want to do to fight it?
What do I want to do to fight it? Hold on. I really want to do some sort of Pokemon. I really want to do something related to Pokemon.
I mean, like, Pikachu... I mean, like, it makes sense to do that since it's electric, but I'm like, yo...
Yeah. Alright,
we can do that.
It's a ground type move, right?
Yeah.
Alright. So actually, it was a ground type move. So a ground type is effective against electric type. I'll use Dig.
The thing is, for some reason, despite not having wings, this thing has the ability to levitate, so you cannot hit it with the ground type moves.
The Electros, right?
No, it's just Yggdrasil. It's a thunder, but it's got levitate. But I need the money. Oh, I almost forgot the most important thing. Here's the arena music.
Yeah.
Okay, so, you tried hitting it with a ground type move, you failed. Currently, I believe it's now Matthew's turn. No, the boat already died. You can join Colton in fighting the electric lizard for the spoon. No, not really. It's fine. Do your do. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I fight the electric lizard.
Okay, what do you want to do to fight that electric lizard?
I just hit it over the head with the mug.
Okay, so you hit it on the head. It's like, ouch. But then it shocks you right in the grundle, and you back away from the pain of getting shocked in the nuts. Nick, it's your turn. Nick, it's your turn.
Okay. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is look through my inventory.
Okay, so you press the E button and suddenly your Minecraft inventory shows up and you're like, yo, I got like way too much redstone in this thing, guess I was mining. You also have like 3 stone and you have a singular, and I do mean a singular snowball enchanted with, oh boy, it's probably might die. But you might want to save that for a later occasion.
Okay. So, Okay, so, what do I do with this? Redstone, and no stubble.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot. You do also seem to have a crafting bench, as well as 2 stick. And also the 3 stone can be used in the crafting bench if you want it.
Do I have any wood on me?
You have 2 sticks.
Okay.
Which means you can place down that crafting bench and craft something if you want.
Wait a minute. 3 stones.
2 sticks.
6.
And a crafting bench.
I got it. I placed down 1 stick and 2 stone to make a stone sword.
Okay, so since the stone sword seems to be a rock type move, it does successfully hit the electric type lizard McGee, and he's like, "Ouch! You stabbed me in the chest. I guess you get this spoon now." And then he's like, "You earned this," and he gives you the spoon. As you guys are exiting the dome, you find a gray-brown ankylosaurus-like creature. Yes, he's another one of the ancient lizard gods. With a turtle shell and a spiked tail. Rocks are floating around his reptilian body, and you get trapped by a wall of stone and rock that rises behind you. The creature says, "Sup, I'm Brathilocus, what do you want?" Remember, the only thing you really need to collect now is the napkin. Oh, you got the fork from the bear that was in the clouds.
So, is it still my turn?
Yes.
Okay, so,
He's like, "What do you want?" All that's left really is the napkin.
So I tell him, "Can you please give me the napkin?"
He gives you a map to the napkin's location, lowers the walls, creates a pit, drops down it, and closes it. John, it's your turn. You could also just snatch the map from Nick's hands if you want.
I'm gonna make a note. Nick, let's find the napkin. Together.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Nick, go to wherever that napkin be heckin'.
Okay, so you guys go to the south, going successfully through the maze, and you are led by the map across the frozen tundra to the south and to a small ice hut in the middle of nowhere. You enter and find a seemingly empty room with a puddle on the ground and a few chairs. Suddenly, a creature leaps from the ceiling of the hut. The blue wolf-raptor looks at the adventurers, and a puddle rises, suddenly forming into a small water slime. The wolf-raptor says excitedly, "Hi, my name's Pat Kelleth. That over there's Jimmy. How long's it been since I've had visitors? Has it really been 65 billion years? Anyway, you're probably here to get that napkin. What do you want to do?"
I'm gonna ask him very kindly, in the most kind way, for that napkin.
He pats you on the head, gives you the napkin, shoves it in your pocket, and is like, "Yo, summon my dad, Drundelbub. Here you go." He gives you a small handshake, crawls back up the wall, pats Nick on the head. Also does a little thing like this to Evie, like a little pet of glory. And you guys go back on your way. And what do you want to do? Do you want to set that table yet, or not?
I want to set the table.
Okay, here we go. Okay, you go back to the tavern, set the table. You hear a roar, and a bipedal lizard man floats down from the sky. I almost forgot to put in the images of Pat Kelleth, so here you go. Here's the images of Pat Kelleth. This is him not standing, and this is him standing. And then Drundelbub.
Hold on, I'm just gonna say something right now. The picture of the character standing, his tail looks like a penis.
Okay, so, you set the table, you hear a roar, and a bipedal lizard man floats down from the sky. Yo. He says, "You get one wish, that's it. Get it? The name's Drundelbub." Suddenly... What, Mom? Okay.
We're almost done with campaign.
If we're gonna take this one race, we all have to agree on something. What do we want?
Make Mennonite broken again. No.
I can agree on this.
Let's continue with the story. Okay, so you get. So suddenly, as you're about to wish, you get pushed aside by a small space crab who says, "Yo, break the magic barrier containing the giant crab." Turnabout floats slightly back and asks if he's sure. The crab says, "Just do it." Like Shia LaBeouf is like, "Just do it," but in a crab voice. Turnabout breaks the barrier and a large crashing sound is heard. The tavern shatters into bits and pieces of the ancient beast awakens in a 30-foot tall